trial of those involved in collapse of electoral system to be held. Fair election not possible without systematic reform, opine eminent personalities. Donald Lu arrives in changed Dhaka. Formal meeting with U.S. delegation on Sunday. Economic assistance to be prioritized, says analysts. Conspiracy underway to resist results of mass upheaval, says Fokrul. Subsidy and allowances for deceased of July revolution remanded. Hello and welcome to the News 24 English Bulletin. This is Tamima Islam. Those were the Bashundhara T headlines. And now the details. Over the past 15 years, the Awami League has completely dismantled the election system. To reformat the backbone of the commission must first be fixed, said Bodiul Alam Mojumdar, head of the Election Commission Reform Committee. Dr. Iftikhar Zaman, head of the Anti-Corruption Reform Commission, believes it is crucial to free the commission from political influence.
Bangladesh's election history saw the most tainted votes in 2014, 2018 and 2024. The 10th national election is known as one-sided, the 11th as the midnight vote and the 12th as a dummy election among political parties and the public. The 15-year-long authoritarian regime's chaos resulted in the general people's right to vote being snatched away. After the People's Revolution, the interim government's state reform task included restructuring the electoral system. To this end, the government has initiated reforms in 4 institutions related to the Election Commission out of the 6 total commissions formed. These institutions include the Police, Judiciary, Public Administration and the Anti-Corruption Commission. The entire election system and related process were politicized over the past 15 years. In addition to reforming the laws and manifesto process, a transparent update of the voter list is necessary, according to the head of the Election Commission Reform Committee, Dr. Bodiul Alam Mojumdar. Dr. Iftikhar Zaman, head of the Anti-Corruption Reform Commission, believes that for a broadly participatory election, it is essential to appoint personnel free from political influence and corruption. Despite continued discussions about the election, political parties are assuring that the interim government will be given adequate time. Desk report, News24.
Election experts feel that a fair election is not possible without systematic reform. They spoke at a dialogue on how election commission should be. Speakers said an influence-free EC should be formed through a transparent search committee. At the program, one of the advisors of the interim government said the election in the country is not possible without a neutral government.
Independent Commission for Fair Election is major expectation to the Election Commission for state reform. In the context, the Democracy International arranged the roundtable on how Election Commission should be.
পথের সাথে কানেক্টেড মানুষজন থাকবে।
Election experts, political leaders, journalists, students and people from all walks of life took part in the discussion. They said such an election commission should be formed where the commission will be able to work remaining free from influences.
If system is not proper and they are taken from angels, even after that, none will treat them as fair.
Political leaders said systematic changes should be brought, taking political culture of the country under consideration.
Separate cadre should be chosen for election commission starting from tenure of this government.
If the trend for going to power and clinging to power is not stopped, then we will never be able to make the election meaningful.
Staff of district and Upazila levels will not do whatever they used to do previously. DCs and TNOs can do nothing.
Chief of Election Reform Commission said forming search committee on basis of views, including that of political parties, will be recommended. One of the advisors of the government said fair election is not possible without neutral government.
A search committee will be formed consisting 6 to 7 persons so that all ways and opinions are accumulated.
For the sake of election, there has to be a guide of neutral government. It may be caretaker government or election time government. This should be decided by political parties whether they would give the space or not.
Experts said everyone has to leave greed for power apart from amending law. Ekramul Haq Suman, News 24.
U.S. Assistant Secretary Donald Lu arrived in Dhaka after the student revolution. He leads a delegation along with Deputy Undersecretary Brent Naiman of the Treasury Department. The team will be busy with meetings on Sunday, including bilateral talks with Dhaka's delegation led by the Foreign Secretary. Analysts say the visit is crucial for both countries, with economic cooperation expected to dominate discussions. Donald Lu will leave Dhaka on Sunday. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir claimed a conspiracy is underway to block the benefits of the mass uprising. He urged resisting any attacks, demanding state compensation for those injured or killed in protests against the Hasina government. Speaking at a memorial event for martyrs, he called for justice for all killings over the past 15 years. BNP will hold a rally in Noyapolton tomorrow for Democracy Day. BNP Acting Chairman Tariq Rahman issued a statement on the occasion of International Democracy Day. The statement, read to the media by Senior Joint Secretary General Ruhul Kabir Rizvi, highlighted that since 2007, September 15th has been observed by UN member states to raise awareness of democracy's power. Tariq Rahman paid deep respect to those who sacrificed their lives for democracy and prayed for the martyrs' souls while expressing sympathy for the injured. Most garment factories in Savar and Ashulia, previously closed indefinitely due to worker unrest, have reopened. Meanwhile, peace is gradually returning to the garment sector in industrial Ghazipur. Security forces, including the army and law enforcement, continue to patrol key areas. Industry advisor Asif Mahmood stated that the government will take action against anyone attempting to shut down factories. A meeting on the current crisis in garment factories turned chaotic as owners warned they would close all factories if attacked on Sunday. The industry advisor suspects a conspiracy behind the unrest. Tensions rose after the meeting ended without clear announcements. Fisheries and livestock advisors called for strict action against vandalism, but owners remained unsatisfied. The BGMEA president also vowed to act firmly if attacks occurred on Sunday. Finance advisor Dr. Saleuddin Ahmed stressed reducing reliance on foreign loans and using domestic funds for projects. Speaking at an event at the NBR building in Agargaon, he highlighted government reforms to reduce taxpayer harassment. NBR chairman underscored ending forced tax collection. The discussion focused on direct tax systems, with the advisor noting that the interim government is working to simplify tax collection and prioritize project selection using local funds. We'll be back after a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching News 24 English Bulletin. The interim government has strongly condemned any hateful speech and attacks on religious, cultural sites and Sufi shrines. A statement from the Chief Advisor's office on Saturday mentioned that the government is aware of recent attacks on Sufi shrines by miscreants. Those involved will be swiftly brought to justice and strict legal action will be taken against them. The government stressed the importance of protecting such sacred places. A court has granted a 4-day remand for Shafi Mudassir Khan Jyoti, son of former Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan, in an attempted murder case filed at Ashulia police station. Police had requested a 7-day remand after his arrest. On Saturday, Sub-Inspector Abu Tahir Mia, the investigating officer, applied for the remand at Dhaka's Chief Judicial Magistrates Court. Jyoti was arrested by Dhaka District Police from Uttara late Friday night. The Bangladesh Association of International Recruiting Agencies, BIRA, has stated it will not be responsible for refunding the money of 17,000 workers who couldn't go to Malaysia. At a press conference in DRU's Shagoruni Auditorium, they said the responsibility lies with the 100 agencies of the syndicate. BIRA accused the Malaysian syndicate of attempting to regain control. They urged the government to reform the immigration sector and reopen the Malaysian labour market, demanding legal action against the syndicate leaders. The Indian Congress has urged Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Manipur to restore peace, questioning why he hasn't visited the state in 16 months. Meanwhile, 2 soldiers and 3 others were killed in renewed violence in Kashmir ahead of the assembly elections. Despite this, Modi visited Kashmir, promising to make the state terror-free. Congress is also concerned about ongoing violence between the Kuki and Meitei communities in Manipur. Qazi Saliuddin has withdrawn from the upcoming BFF elections. He unexpectedly announced on Saturday that he would not participate in the October 26th vote. Saliuddin, who served 4 consecutive terms as BFF president since 2008, expressed confidence that football would thrive under new leadership. Although he previously indicated plans to run for a 5th term, he now considers himself fortunate for his 16 years in the role and wishes a future success for BFF. That's all from the newsroom today. Thank you for watching News 24. Please stay with us.